The OPCRF MOVs of Albi Yucagwan Elementary School Head Teacher 3 of Villasis Elementary School. KRA 1 Instructional Leadership 1.1 accounted for learning outcomes of schools and centers vis-a-vis goals and targets. The highest mark for NAT results by subject is Mathematics at 86.25 and the lowest is Makabayan at 72.5. The overall MPS reveals that ESP is the highest rating and subjects ARPAN and EPP are the lowest. The PhilEre result for English and Filipino is good, with more frustration level pupils moving towards instructional and independent level. The interventions employed include the Care for Non-Readers program, the school-based feeding program, and home visitations. Of all the daily lesson logs of teachers, about 75% has content integration with other subjects. The COTs conducted by teacher is at least 4 for the whole school year. The strengths observed during COT include applying knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas, applying a range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking, implementing developmentally sequenced teaching and learning processes to meet curriculum requirements. The weaknesses observed are selecting, developing, organizing, and using appropriate teaching and learning resources including ICT, managing learner behavior constructively by applying positive and nonviolent discipline, managing classroom structure to engage learners individually or in groups in meaningful exploration, discovery, and hands-on activities. KRA 1.2 performed at least 8 instructional supervision per month to achieve learning outcomes. 60 to 75% of the instructional materials of teachers have learner-centered strategies. Teachers had complied to basing their test questions to tables of specifications. In school, the learners with learning difficulties and with peculiar incidences is very minimal, and teachers were able to conduct 10 home visitations for the school year. Here's the approved supervisory plan of the school head, the approved master program, and the teacher's program. The list of instructional materials of teachers include graphic organizers, flowcharts, idea builders, and the Think, Pair, Share worksheets. KRA 1.3 increased internal efficiency based on planning standards. The school's dropout rate from 2018 is 6.25 and this year is 0%. Villasis ES got 100% completion rate and 100% graduation rate. One of the gaps identified in the crafting of the SIP is that all pupils are readers. The causes of the gap are absenteeism, family problems, and unsupportive parents. And so the school planning team came up with a reader-child project to address the gap. KRA 2, the learning environment. KRA 2.1 ensured safe and child-friendly learning and school environment for learners. The nutritional status of the school reveals that there are more severely wasted and wasted kids in kinder to grade 3. To better serve the children, the school came up with a Child Protection Committee headed by the Barangay EDCOM Chair Mr. Basay, the school head, the chairperson Mrs. Paredes, the VESTA President, the PTA President Mr. Mancenares, and the SSG President Samantha Rumay. On policies on child protection, Villasis Elementary School promotes a zero-tolerance policy for any of child abuse, exploitation, violence, discrimination, bullying, and other forms of abuse. The report on child protection reveals that Villasis is a safe place to be in. The school also has sanctions for bullying incidences revealed in this school policy. Actions include verbal reprimand and a careful step to address issues. And here is the careful steps, measures, and guidelines that will be taken. For the record, there had been no recorded incident of child abuse yet. Here is the organizational DRRM plan and Villas's DRRM plan on evacuation areas and emergency exits. KRA 2.2 improved the school plant, physical fitness, safety, and sufficiency. VES got a 0-star rating for wash-in schools due to the lack of gender-segregated toilet. The school promotes good nutrition through the SBFP feeding program. It also conducted activities in support to the National Drug Education Program. It has equipments for recreation and sports, including a sound system and some chessboards. The classrooms of VES are very well ventilated. All rooms are also regularly maintained and cleaned. The school also has rules and regulations against discrimination. The toilet-to-pupil ratio is 1:53. The school assures that all food sold in the canteen are clean and safe. Because of the number of pupils, it is expected that the income is at a minimum. KRA 3, Human Resource Management and Development. KRA 3.1 strengthened technical assistance to teachers on matters pertaining to enhancement of classroom management skills and instructional competence. The teachers conducted at least 4 COTs for the school year. Technical plan during COTs aimed to address misbehavior during activities and the mismatch of strategies and the content of knowledge. Here is the LAC plan of VES. The School Learning Action Cell on Instructional Competence and the School Learning Action Cell on Classroom Management. The LIS-generated forms checked at the end of the school years included SF1, SF2, 4, and 5. KRA 3.2 improved teachers' instructional competence. The School Learning Action Cell Plan and the SLAC Plan on Instructional Competence. Here are the in-service trainings attended by teachers, including the recently conducted ELLN training. Here are some of the teachers provided with mentoring or coaching, and those that were provided with technical assistance. As seen in KRA 3.3, strengthened school personal performance for support services within the RPMS cycle. Here's the accomplished performance and coaching form, and the developmental plan as an agreement with one of the teachers of VES. KRA 4, Parents' Involvement and Community Partnership, School Leadership, Management, and Operations. KRA 4.1, Improved Establishment of School, Family, and Community Partnership for Performance. Here's the school mobilization plan with names of teachers as partners of Villas's Learning and Discovery. Among the school community partnerships attended include Paskuhan, the Rizal Day celebration, and PTA meetings. Here's an excerpt of the minutes of the meeting attended and the certificate of appearance as proof of participation. KRA 4.2 strengthened Parents Teachers Association, alumni, and other organizations. Here's the attendance sheet of the gathering made and the minutes of the stakeholders' participation. Some of the stakeholders that showed unwavering support are the alumni, Samsurico Ono, the parents, the barangay officials, and religious groups. With the PTA support, the school was able to put up a feeding center and wash stand, was able to improve the office and transfer the location of the flagpole. KRA 5, School Leadership, Management, and Operations. KRA 5.1 performed database strategic planning. Here's the proof of accomplishing the School Improvement Plan, the school's annual implementation plan, and the Work and Financial Plan. duly signed by the school planning team. Here's the copy of Villasis's school report card. The school was rated 1 in its SBM level with a corresponding qualitative interpretation of developing. KRA 5.2 performed clear financial management system for the school supported by evidences such as reports, account logs, and database system. Carefully scrutinized and evaluated by the back chair and the members of the Bids and Awards Committee. Plus handled with utmost honesty and transparency, as displayed in the school's transparency board. Here's the aid gathered from the concerted efforts of the PTA amounting to 120,000 pesos. The income of the school canteen, and the proof of utilization of funds. Here's an excerpt of the program of works for repair and the different supplies procured, including the water dispenser and sound system, plus the bicycle planter, some paints and paint brushes, and some vegetables for feeding. The school also purchased some reinforcement bars and the biometric. Here ends the presentation of the OPCRF MOVs of Albi Yucagwan, the elementary school head teacher of Villasis Elementary School. Thank you.